In a world where carbs are your enemy, you need one man to help you fight your battles. That man is Jimmy.
Combating nutrition disinformation and general bull. It's Jimmy Rants. JimmyRants.com.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another Instagram Live, and we're here with another episode of Jimmy Rants. JimmyRants.com is the website, and if you're brand new to the show, here is how it works. Hop on over to JimmyRants.com. You'll see that we go live on Instagram Live, so go follow me at Livin' Low Carb Man over on Instagram, LivinLowCarbMan. Once you're there, you can engage live in the content, just like all of these beautiful people are doing right now. Welcome in, you guys. If you missed the live, you can watch it on replay for up to 24 hours. But after 24 hours, it does disappear. You'll need to pop on over to YouTube. That's where we house all the past episodes of this show. So go type in Jimmy Rants as a keyword search, either in a Google search or on YouTube. You will find the show. You can also go to youtube.com/livinglowcarbman. So if you want to listen to it on a podcast, though, we do have a Jimmy Rants podcast over on Apple Podcasts as well as Stitcher. All of these links, you guys, are at jimmyrants.com. Today's Jimmy Rants. Yes, as you can see in the background, I have water and I got these ugly yellow curtains and I'm chilling like a villain here in Italy. So somebody earlier said, are you going to do any Jimmy Rants while you're in Italy? And I said, well, not very many because I'm in freaking Italy. I want to go enjoy Italy. But I did want to sneak one in here now. Christine's resting because we had a little bit of a busy day here today, and we are still kind of getting used to the time. So because of that, don't have a lot of time to do Jimmy Rants, but I did want to sneak one in here. I'm in my hotel lobby. That's why I'm kind of like whispering. I'm like those golfer announcers are like, and so Tiger Woods goes up to the green and he lines up the putt. Will he make it? I don't know. Let's all watch it whisper tones. So if I whisper a little bit, you know why. You look so mellow and relaxed, says Nancy. Yes, it's pretty awesome. And yes, Keto Gramps, we are enjoying Italy. Appreciate that. Thank you, Tammy. We are having an amazing time. So what I want to talk about here today is precisely what's happening here in Italy for me and Christine. And it's the whole topic of people think when you go keto that means your life is now over. It all revolves around food. If you don't stay to a strict adherence to every little food dictate on your keto lifestyle, then you have failed and you shouldn't even try and blah, 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 blah. And think about it this way, you guys. How many of us came to keto because we lived our lives in such a way that we thought we had to eat a certain way to lose weight and get healthy, and that certain way being low fat? And how many times have we discouraged ourselves, beat ourselves up, felt like we were failures because we didn't choose to allow things in, or if we did allow things in that weren't on plan, we immediately felt the guilt of it. We immediately kind of went through all that shaming. And I think the beautiful thing that keto has done for so many of us is it's opened our eyes to just how much we have lied to ourselves our entire lives about what it takes to be healthy. And we think it has to be this all or nothing proposition, that you have to stay 100% on plan all the time, blah, 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 blah. And people get paralyzed by that fear that if they have one little carbohydrate that's off plan, they're going to gain 50 pounds tomorrow. Can I just say how stupid that is? And I'm saying that in tough love, big brother love. I want you to know that I think we have wasted so much of our lives watching life go by that there's no need to freak out about enjoying life while you're eating keto. And if you're in Italy and you're presented with an opportunity to have some things that you've never had before, you take advantage of them. If you have situations in your life that come up that avails itself, it's not the time to freak out and get upset and feel like that you somehow failed. It just means that that's another opportunity to remind yourself, okay, what's important to me? Do I want to enjoy this experience that I'm in right now? Then make the choice to do that. Do you feel better though if you stay strict keto? I have no problem with people that go places and they decide to stay strict keto. I think that's a beautiful thing. You've committed to yourself that that's what you want to do. And so you commit to it and you do that and you don't have any regrets about it either way. And I think that's what it comes down to, is living your life fully, feeling like you're experiencing all the experiences that you need to experience and not putting this guilt trip on yourself. That's what I see time and time again. People that go, oh my gosh, I went to Italy and I had the pizza and I had the gelato and I had this and I had that. And I'm like, okay, so did you have a good time? Yeah, I did, but now I'm feeling so guilty. I said, no. Separate how you feel about what you did from the experience itself. Because at the end of the day, at the end of your life, are you going to remember how many times you cheated? Are you going to cheated? I hate that word. Are you going to remember anything about your kind of dieting experiences? Or are you going to remember those moments that you took time to savor the moment and had experiences? And I don't think if you make it a rare occurrence where you're having experiences that you're going to mess up your keto, that it's going to be the end of the world. And yet there are some people who treat it as such that, oh my gosh, it's all over, and they go home and they get back to crappy garbage and they stay on crappy garbage. There is a huge difference between making a choice that you want to stay on plan when you're on vacation or doing something like going to Italy, kind of a once-in-a-lifetime type of deal, and enjoying those things and getting right back on plan when you get home. Will it be difficult? Yeah, it probably will be. And even incorporating periods of fasting, pretty extended periods of fasting, probably healthy after you choose to do that. But in the midst of it, choose to do that and choose to enjoy every minute of it. I think far too many people let their life pass them by and they're miserable their whole lives. You guys know these people. They're in your life. And it seems like every little thing is just something that's coming down on them. And oh my gosh, the world's coming to an end. I can never lose weight. I can never get healthy. I can never get these cravings under control. I can never stop being hungry. And they just so worry themselves sick. Literally, the worry is causing them to be sick, that they never really stop and go, man, I breathe. I'm alive today. I have breath to breathe. I have a new opportunity today to absorb and experience what life has to offer me. And I wish everybody could get there, where you understand that abundantly, that life isn't worth belly aching about. Life is worth living. And there's no need to freak out about enjoying your life, even while you're eating keto. So that's pretty much what I wanted to share with you guys, but I felt it in my heart of hearts. I've been sharing on Instagram primarily all of the photos from the Italy trip so far. We're just on day one and we're here for 10 days. So day one was glorious in Capri, and we got a lot planned in the coming days, you guys. But I posted where we had some gelato and where we had pizza and some other things. And so I wanted you guys to see that along with some of the other options that have been out there. a caprese salad. We had that. The breakfast was pretty good. So I'm going to try to stay keto as much as possible. But when the moment arises, when we're able to add in other options, I'm going to do it. And I'm not going to feel bad about it. So hashtag sorry, not sorry is sincere. I'm not sorry for making the choices that I'm making. Is it something that's ideal for me? Probably not, nutritionally speaking. Is the experience, though, ideal for me? You bet it is. And so that's what I'm focusing on. All right, I want to see what you guys have to say. Welcome in. Got to find the balance between real food and real life. I've heard that somewhere before, Brittany. That might be a good brand for you. Real food, real life, yeah. Beautiful, says Kimberly. Yes, right outside my window. It looks like I'm on a cruise ship. You can see a little mountain in the background and the water and the ugly curtains. Yeah, it's just like a cruise ship. Is that the ocean in the background? So, Mary Posa, I'm not sure what body of water that is. We are in Italy, so whatever body of water is right next to Sorrento, Italy. I'm horrible at world geography, so I should have looked that up before I came on here. Hello, Lauren. Does this look like a cruise to you, Lauren? Yeah, because Lauren was just on a cruise. And so, yeah, that looks like we're on a cruise ship. Stinking thinking. Life is just too short to stress out, says Val. I like that, Val. Stinking thinking. I need to make that a hashtag. Hashtag stinking thinking. AK Bonbon, I would regret not having it. Yes. That's what I tell people. If you are in a place where you're able to have an experience you've never had before, even if it means you go off plan while you're doing the experience, so be it. You got the experience. And that was the best pizza I've ever had in my life today. And I'm not unhappy that I did it. And that gelato, I'm not going to say that I hated it because I didn't. It was awesome. But those were choices I decided to make. Did they raise my blood sugar? Likely. Did they raise my insulin level? Likely. Will I stay eating like that for a very long time after I get home? Not a chance. And so that's the critical piece in all of this. Mary says, I ate my sister's apple strudel. She had made it for me, and I hadn't seen her in 2 years. That's a moment. That's exactly what I'm talking about here. That is a moment and an experience, and your sister made that for you in love. The problem that comes into play, you guys, is people think those moments are every moment of every day. And we need to set aside what are those moments that mean something to us, and what will the experience of indulging in something that's, quote, not keto, do. So in your case, the apple strudel, it made total sense that you eat that. You haven't seen her in 2 years. She made it in love for her sister, and you enjoyed it. Did it temporarily kick you out of ketosis? Probably. Will you be, because you're fat adapted, able to get back into ketosis and have normal blood sugars within a few days? You bet you will, especially if you incorporate fasting along with keto. I love this perspective. Thank you, Keto Gramps. I think sometimes we forget about this journey and about all the failed attempts we've ever had before with weight loss and getting healthy. And it's always been on that low-fat diet. And we've been guilt-tripped into thinking that if we didn't stick to it, that we failed. Guys, that mentality is long gone in me. Does that mean I go and try to cheat every chance I can on keto? Not a chance. I stay keto 98, 99% of the time. And I promise you, that's exactly what I continue to do and plan to do moving forward. But this is that 1% to 2%. When you're able to do something like this, we have, Christine especially, has had a lifelong dream of coming to Italy. And now here we are. So 47 years of life, and I'm going to be here for 10 days. What percentage of my entire life is that? So minuscule. And so I ain't worried about the carbs. But we're not even at every meal having carbs. That's the funny thing too. I've also posted a lot of my photos. My breakfast this morning was pretty darn keto carnivore. It was all carnivore and animal-based foods. And so I'm sticking with those kind of meals as the primary. But when in Rome, or in this case, when in other parts of Italy, not just Rome, we're going to have some things. Nancy says, I don't use the word cheating anymore. There are occasions I choose to eat something that's off plan. I enjoy it and get right back on plan. See, Nancy, you know how this works. MP Laughlin, that's what I love about low-carb keto, coming off Easter and carbs and some sugar, and now I'm fasting today, and I'm happy with this way of life. I'm going to be going to Italy in September and can't wait. You're going to love it. Love it, love it, love it. Tammy says, I would have regretted not trying the Italian culinary experience. Sorry, not sorry, exactly. Yeah, because Christine was like, my grandma is full-blooded Italian. If I don't have some Italian food while I'm here, I will be disowned in my family. So I agree. You can't experience the culture without the food. Yeah, that's kind of, they go hand in hand, don't they? Although I will tell you, some of the historical stuff here in Italy is just as exciting to me. I cannot wait. At the end of the tour, we have 2 days where we'll be in Rome to experience all that Rome has to offer. So we're real excited about that. Next week is when that'll be. Kimberly said, I had a friend kick my scale to the curb. Could not thank him more. I've heard of this person, so. Paula McMurray says, happy for you. It's such a good word. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, is that the Mediterranean Sea? Is that what that is? All I know is it's beautiful. They've got us in these really nice rooms in this hotel. It's the hoity-toity little hotel, man. Besides the ugly curtains, we have a balcony that we can go out on. That picture I showed you guys of me going this morning, that was from the balcony in our room. And in fact, last night, we slept with the doors open to the balcony, so you could feel the cool breeze coming in, and you could hear the Mediterranean Sea. It was glorious. It was so awesome. Vacations are meant for enjoying the local foods, in my opinion. Yeah, I think it's a good time. I know some people that try to stay strict the whole way through on their vacation, and more power to you if you want to do that, and I admire you for your tenacity. There's other people that let themselves go the whole vacation, and they just eat all the crap that they want. I think there's a happy medium. I think you can stick with your, in general, with your plan to stay keto. And I have until today when we had the pizza and the gelato. But you can stick with the plan and then have those moments. I think you choose those moments wisely, and you're on vacation. And again, you can mitigate some of that damage when you come home and you're back in your normal routine again, and you fast for a few days, and you get really strict on your keto when you get back. I don't think it's a big deal. Linda loves keto. I'm finally at that point where I can let guilt go. Oh, I'm so proud of you, Linda. So many people hang on to that guilt. I get emails galore, you guys, from people that say, I just went on a cruise. I didn't do so well. I feel like crap now. I'm a bad person. I've ruined my keto. Life is coming to an end. Ah. I'm like, stop doing that to yourself. The guilt's just not worth it. I done kicked that guilt to the curb a long time ago. Linda says it's very liberating and made possible by keto. See, that's the thing too. When you are eating keto, you get to have such delicious foods that it's not misery to get back on plan again. Think about all those low-fat diets that you used to go on that you knew after you cheated that you had to go back to that. And that conjured up all the hunger and cravings and misery that is a low-fat diet. That's partly why we wanted to stop doing the low-fat diet, was we were like, okay, if that's what I have to go back to, no thanks. Val says the steak you posted looked great. Yeah, it really was. It was very well cooked and everything. Maria says, say hi to Italy for me. Enjoy pasta, pizza, gelato, pastries, and more. You don't need to feel anything but complete satisfaction. I too can't wait to visit my parents' homeland. Yes. Yes. How's it feel? Lisa, that's a vague question. I'm assuming you mean how's it feel to not freak out about having foods that's off plan. How did it feel after I had the pizza? I'm gonna pretend like that's what your question was. One of my friends earlier, Caitlin, asked that same question. Did you get a reaction to it? And I said, well, no. But I've never felt like a reaction to having grains, quite like someone who's sensitive to gluten and that kind of thing. Although I will tell you, walking around close to this hotel, there are several restaurants that brag about that they have all gluten-free options. So all the bread, all the pasta, all the everything is gluten-free. Now that's translation, tapioca flour, rice flour, potato flour, and that kind of thing. But it's still cool that they have options and they realize people have sensitivities to the traditional way those things are made. Mariposa says, I was in Venice and Rome last year. The gelato is just unbelievable. Yes. I will likely have gelato again. It'd be silly not to. It is just that glorious. And I know there's places in America that sell gelato that's like sugar-free. So there are ways to do that. I did talk to Maria Emmerich. I said, you need to come up with a gelato, sugar-free gelato recipe.
How do you get out there?
Keto Cricket says, I'm so jealous. Well, don't be jealous. Come join us next year, or join Maria. I'm not sure if we're coming back next year. Would love to come back, obviously. MP Laughlin, that's awesome. Christina's Italian, so cool. You have such a great perspective on life. Thanks for sharing always. I love you are live in Italy. Yes, it's currently 7:20 p.m. local time here in Sorrento. And so I know I'm hitting most of my East Coast guys around midday. Was it 1:20, 12:20, whatever it is. I don't know what time it is anymore because we're here. And then the West Coast is still kind of morning. Is it Monday? Is that the day that it is? See, when you're gone, all your perspective of time is just completely off kilter. You will be doing lots of walking. Yet today I saw, using my Oura, I got in about 15,000 steps in Capri. So yeah, lots of walking. Tomorrow there will be lots more. Keto Gramps, moderation. If in Colombia, would you try cocaine? Not really the point. And I don't think I ever used the word moderation. I think that's the stupidest word in the world because it's pretending like within the context of your normality and what you do in your day to day that you have whatever, just as long as it's in moderation. This is a different concept altogether from moderation. Moderation is all the time. Oh, just eat everything in moderation and you'll be okay. And in the day-to-day, that doesn't work. But what I do think does work is, again, enjoying those pleasures in your life. If you choose to have cocaine as your pleasure, I suppose, but not me. And so don't even try to make that comparison that having gelato and pizza when you're in Italy is the same as having cocaine in moderation. So I love you, but that's ridiculous. Headed to Greece and Istanbul, says Keto Cricket this year. I don't feel great with non-keto food, but I will not be limiting when I'm on vacation, so I may still get knocked out just due to more carbs coming from the keto choices. And that's okay. That's okay. I think we make these decisions based on the moment. And if you go ahead and think ahead of time, okay, I'm going to have whatever it is you want to have. Christine and I have been talking about this Italy trip for a while. She said, I'm going to have pasta and I'm going to have whatever. I said, I know. So am I. I'm not going to worry about it. It's not a big deal. Am I insulin resistant? You bet I am. Am I keto carnivore? You bet I am. Am I that in Italy? Nope. Tammy says, get the gelato every day. Yeah. It's snowing here, says Mariposa. Well, I'm sorry. It's about 58 degrees here right now. Only 10:20 in the morning here in Oregon. Yep. All right, guys, let me pop off of here. That's it for this episode of Jimmy Rants. No need to freak out when you're enjoying your life while you're eating keto. So go to jimmyrants.com. Follow me there, you guys. You'll see that we start this show on Instagram. I do when I'm in my normal routine, I do a couple of lives every single day. Over on Instagram, go follow me at Living Low Carb Man, LIVINLOWCARBMAN. Once you're there, you can engage live. I see my cousin Robert just came in. What's up, Robbie? If you missed the live, you can watch it on replay for up to 24 hours. After 24 hours, it does disappear. Go check it out on YouTube. It might be a while till it goes on YouTube because I'm in Italy and I literally only brought my iPhone. So I don't know how I will load it to YouTube until I get home. So if you're watching this on YouTube, it's definitely after I'm home from Italy. So you can watch it there. Go find Jimmy Rants as a keyword search. You'll find the show. And then we have the best of the best moments of this year's show in podcast form. It's on Apple Podcast as well as Stitcher. Again, all the links, jimmyrants.com. So I'm out of here, you guys. We'll see you guys again real soon. Bye.